Hi, welcome back. So in today's video, we would like to use basic exception handling using try except. So the try except blocks handles exceptions and prevents program crashes. In the previous video, we saw that if we would like to divide 10 by 0 and assign it to variable x, we are going to have the program being crashed. In order to prevent that, we learned that we can use exception handling. So here, in order to use the exception handling, one example is try except block. So we type down try and then colon, then do the risky operation. So if we would like to do something risky, or we know that the code that may have an error, or we are providing a program for our user and the user may have some potential mistakes when they are, for example, entering their input, we need to use try and except, or in general exception handling, in order to prevent the program from being crashed. Here I'm using the try block, and then here I type down whatever I want to do. For example, x equals 10 divided by 0. And then, for example, we can print x here. And then we are having the except keyword and then colon, and we are printing out an error occurred. So when I run this code, we see that the output is an error occurred. So what happens here, it is going to execute this code and sees that there is an error. But because we are using exception handling, it is not going to allow the program to crash, and it is going to accept, apart from preventing the program to be crashed, it is going to throw an exception. So this is the exception that is being thrown. It shows this message: an error occurred. But if we correct this mistake, for example, if I type down 10 divided by 5 and then print x, it is going to show us the number 2. But if there is a mistake there, it is going to understand that there is a mistake, and for that it is going to throw an exception and shows this message. So comes to the except part and then print this message in the output. When I run the code again, when I divide 10 by 0, we see that we are having an error occur. So this is why exception handling is very important, because in the very same example we saw in the previous video, if we want to have a number divided by 0, we are going to have the program being crashed. But here we are making the same mistake. But thanks to the exception handling and try except block, we are preventing program crashes. We are saying that, okay, do this. If there is any problem, throw this exception. Otherwise, if there was no problem, print x for me. So here, when I divide 10 by 5, there is no problem here. So it is going to check this out and print the value of x for us in the output when I run the code now. You see it here. But if there is an error or there is a problem, it is going to say, okay, there is a problem, let's throw an exception. So this is the except part when it is being activated, and this error is shown in the output. So this is how basically we can use basic exception handling using try except block to handle exceptions and prevent program crashes in Python. In the following videos, we are going to dive deeper into this concept. Thank you for watching.